Good morning, students. So today, students, we will start with the revision part of chapter number 2nd. Okay. So today we will discuss the second chapter, that is forms of business organization, and it is for class 11 and subject is your business studies. Right. So let's start. In this chapter, chapter 2nd, we will cover your first part, and this first part is of topic sole proprietorship. Okay, in this we will try to cover this sole proprietorship. As the name of the chapter is forms of business organization, so obviously in this chapter we will study the different types of business organization which is available or present in our economy or in our country, right? So let's start with this business enterprise. This is actually our introduction for you. Like as I told you, we will study the different types of sector or different types of forms of business in our India. So basically this business enterprise is comprises or divided into three important categories. First one is private sector, second one is public sector, and the third one is joint sector enterprises. What is private sector? Private sectors are those sectors which are privately managed and controlled by the private individuals. Okay? Managed and controlled by the private individuals. Means in this, basically whatever the decision they have to take, they are taking by themselves only. They are not in need to discuss with anyone. Okay, second one is public sector enterprises. Public sector enterprises means these are those sectors which are generally owned and controlled directly by the government. Okay, either by the government or by the government representatives. Okay, or by the government representatives, right? And the third type of enterprise is joint sector enterprise. Joint sector means where there is a combination of private sector and public sector. Okay, basically the private sector and the public sector, they both are working together. The work is being divided by the mutual understanding. So these are actually the three types of business enterprises which is prevailing in our economy, right? Okay, so let's move further. Now we'll discuss the forms of private sector enterprise, right? Now we will discuss the forms of private sector enterprise. You are getting? Forms of private sector enterprise means now we will discuss about this thing, private sector enterprises. Okay? Public and joint, we are not talking about this. This was a small introduction for you. But in this we will study, or we will start with the main focus will be on private sector enterprise. Is it clear? Okay. So let's start with the forms of private sector enterprise. This private sector can be classified into first one, sole proprietorship. Second one, it is partnership. Third one, it is joint Hindu family business. Fourth one, it's cooperative society. And the last one is company form of business. Okay. So these are the 5 different types of private sector enterprises which is actually in your syllabus. Okay. Chapter 2 में basically ये 5 topic है, important topic है, which are the part of your what? Private sector enterprises के ये part है, and yes, it is part of your syllabus also. ठीक है? So basically in this part 1 we will try to cover this sole proprietorship. Is it clear? Okay. So let's move with sole proprietorship. So, okay. So as you can see on the screen, 2 lines are written. Okay. 2 lines, that is sole and proprietor. Okay, so why these 2 lines are only mentioned? Because this line actually shows or represents the meaning of sole proprietorship. As you can see, the sole is being divided, or the meaning of sole is single. Okay, single means one person. Okay, and the meaning of proprietorship is actually owner. The meaning of proprietorship is owner. So if we combine these 2 terms, it will represent that in this form of private sector, there is only one person Only one person is there, and that one person is actually considered as the owner of a business. Okay, as the meaning is also written, sole means single and proprietor means owner. So according to this, if we are combining these two terms, so according to this, sole proprietorship form of business is that form of business where only one person is there and he is only managing the business. Like for example, if suppose I am starting any kind of business, like I have started with my bakery business. Okay, I have started with my bakery business, and that bakery business, when I am the only person to look after all the activities. Okay, I am the only person who is taking care of that particular business. In this, I am taking the decision also related to my business. I am investing the money or the capital by myself only. Okay, basically, and the profit and loss is to be kept by me only. Okay, I'm only keeping it, profit and loss. I'm not sharing with anyone. So that particular type of business is actually known as sole proprietorship. Right? So I hope so this is clear to you. So let's move further. Now we will discuss about the features of sole proprietorship. Okay, now we will discuss the characteristics. So the first characteristics is single ownership. As we have discussed in the meaning only, like the name itself represents, sole proprietorship itself represents the here the individual single owner is there. Okay, so that is your single ownership. Moving towards the formation and closure. Yes, for the sole proprietorship, for the formation means for opening of a business and closure means for the closing of the business. In the both the condition, like opening of a business and closing of a business, you did not require any kind of formalities. No legal formalities are there. Okay, yani कि you can form the business as per your choice and you can close the business as per your condition. Okay, so basically no legal formalities is applicable here. Okay, moving towards the third, that is unlimited liability. The third feature is unlimited liability. Liability means responsibility. Okay, responsibility actually comprises, here we are talking the responsibility related to the financial credits. Okay, here we are talking about related to the financial credits. Financial credit basically means if suppose I have borrowed funds, I have arranged the funds from the market. Okay, from the market or from the bank, from any sources. So in that case, if I need to pay them, so in that case, my liability will be unlimited. Unlimited basically means for paying this liability, I am liable to sell my personal assets also. Okay, personal assets includes your house, okay, your car, your personal furniture, your personal office or business, everything. Means whatever is belonging to you, whatever is personally held by you, that all thing you need to sell in case if you are not able or if you are not in a proper financial position to pay back the debts. समझ में आया? Like मैं एक आपको छोटा सा example दूंगी for this. Like suppose I am जैसे earlier I have told you I have started with my bakery business. ठीक है? Now for starting this bakery business, I was in need of a finance of rupees say like 10 lakh. Okay, I was in need of rupees 10 lakh. Now what happened? I have arranged this 10 lakh from a market, like from a private institution or private money lender. I have arranged this amount. Okay, now what happened? The time duration was of say about 5 years. यानी कि 5 years के लिए मैंने 10 लाख रुपीस लिया था, तो 5 years में मुझे इस अमाउंट को क्लियर करना था, that too with interest. ठीक है, प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट तो जाएगा with the interest also. I have to clear this amount. Now for this reason, like suppose after completing this 5 year, I am not in a position to pay it back. ठीक है, इस 10 लाख में से मान के चलो I have paid only rupees 5 lakh. ठीक है, and still I have paid it. ठीक है, but still 5 lakh is pending on me. ठीक है, 10 में से 5 मैं ऑलरेडी पे कर चुकी हूँ, लेकिन फिर भी मेरे ऊपर 5 लाख जो है वो अमाउंट क्रेडिट है. ठीक है, उधार है. तो अब इस 5 लाख के लिए अगर मेरे पास कोई और रीजन नहीं है, मेरे पास कोई और सोर्स नहीं है, कुछ भी अवेलेबल नहीं है बिजनेस से, ठीक है, अगर मेरे बिजनेस में कुछ भी अवेलेबल नहीं है, फंड्स नहीं है, प्रॉफिट नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है जिससे मैं पे नहीं कर रही, सो इन दैट केस आई कैन मूव ऑन टू माय पर्सनल असेट्स. मूव ऑन टू माय पर्सनल असेट्स मीन नाउ आई कैन सेल ऑफ दिस असेट. अब मैं अपने पर्सनल असेट को सेल करके इस अमाउंट को यानी कि इस 5 लाख को किसी भी हालत में मुझे पे करना है. या तो ये स्टेप मैं खुद ले लूं, और अगर ऐसा नहीं है तो 5 इयर्स के बाद जो भी मेरे प्राइवेट मनी लेंडर है, जहां से भी मैंने पैसा बोरो किया है, अगर मैं इसे सेल नहीं करूंगी अपने पर्सनल असेट्स को, तो ऑब्वियसली मनी लेंडर्स वो सेल कर देंगे मेरे पर्सनल असेट को, एंड डेफिनेटली दे विल रीगेन their amount which is left out, that is 5 lakh rupees. Is it clear? समझ में आया? तो that is actually unlimited liability where your personal assets are held responsible for paying back the debts. ठीक है, जहां आपके personal asset को हम in the sense the borrowed fund or the money lenders, they can sell it and pay out their amount, right? Okay, next feature is individual risk bearing. Yes, as you can see here is only the single individual, single sole proprietorship is there. So obviously if he is earning the profit, जितना भी profit है अगर वो earn कर रहा है, like suppose I am a businessman and whatever the profit is being generated, I am keeping it by myself. Like for example 2 lakh का profit हुआ, तो 2 लाख का जो प्रॉफिट है वो मैंने ही रखा है, तो इन दैट केस जब प्रॉफिट मैं अकेला रख रही हूँ, तो इन दैट केस वट एवर द रिस्क इज देयर दैट इज टू बी बेयर बाय मी ओनली. जब प्रॉफिट मेरा है तो ऑब्वियसली ऑल द रिस्क विल बी ऑफ माई ओनली. इज इट क्लियर? Okay, so these were the features. Moving towards the next topic, that is again some of the features are left out, like one man control. Yes, as there is single individual, so single individual is controlling his business, so obviously the control will be of single individual only. Like control in the sense whatever the decision I have to make, whatever the management I have to do, I will do it by myself. I don't have to discuss, or I don't have to take permission from anyone, right? Okay, next one, it is no separate legal entity. No separate legal entity. Legal means law, related to law, and entity means identity. ठीक है? तो नो सेपरेट लीगल एंटिटी, दैट मीन्स लाइक हमने स्टार्टिंग में पढ़ा है कि फॉर फॉर्मेशन एंड फॉर द क्लोजर ऑफ द बिजनेस फॉर्म करने के लिए कोई फॉर्मेलिटी नहीं है, और बिजनेस क्लोजिंग करने के लिए या क्लोज करने के लिए भी कोई फॉर्मेलिटी नहीं है. जब हम कोई फॉर्मेलिटी कर ही नहीं रहे, एंड मोर ओवर देयर इज नो रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस, इसका कोई रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस भी नहीं है. सो व्हेन देयर इज नथिंग रिलेटेड टू लॉ, तो ऑब्वियसली इन दैट केस the businessman or the business, they are considered to be the single individual only. यानी कि उस केस में अगर मान के चलो मैंने एबीसी लिमिटेड बेकरी के नाम से कोई बेकरी ओपन की है, ठीक है, एबीसी, तो उस एबीसी लिमिटेड को या तो आप उसके नाम से बुला लीजिए या फिर आप उसके ओनर के नाम से बुला लीजिए, दैट रिप्रेजेंट द सेम थिंग ओनली. ठीक है, क्योंकि मेरी उस बेकरी फॉर्म को ना मैंने रजिस्टर्ड कराया है क्योंकि कोई प्रोसेस होता नहीं है, ना मैंने उसका फॉर्मेशन का कोई प्रोसेस कराया है, ना क्लोजर का कोई प्रोसेस कराया है. तो जब कोई प्रोसेस ही नहीं है लीगल, जब कोई हमने डॉक्यूमेंटेशन किया ही नहीं है, तो देयर इज नो separate identity between the owner and the company. They are considered to be the single individual only, right? Okay, next is small size and lack of continuity. Yes, basically this sole proprietorship is a very initial form of business. Initial form means it is a very small kind of business. जैसे स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज आपने पढ़ी है, बहुत स्मॉल लेवल पे की जाती है, ऐसे ही प्राइवेट सेक्टर में सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप बिजनेस इज अ इनिशियल फॉर्म ऑफ बिजनेस. ठीक है, इट इज इनिशियल. व्हाई? बिकॉज like those individual who wants to start a business but they are not having the appropriate capital or something like that, so in that case they can start with the lowest level, means whatever the capital they are having, accordingly they can start with their business. So basically sole proprietorship category is categorized among a small size, and moreover it is lack of continuity. It can be one of the demerits of it. Why it can be a demerit? Because ultimately it is continuing with the owner only. Means if the owner is Perfect. Perfect in the sense if the owner is in a proper condition, if the owner is fit, then only your business will be continued. Like suppose if my business, like suppose as I told you, my bakery business is there. Okay, Shreya is the name of my business, and this business, I'm the owner of this business. Now what happened? Like suppose I met with an accident, any kind of accident. Okay, so in that case, this business will be affected. Why? Because in that case, I'm not feeling well. If I'm not feeling well, so obviously I'm not in a position to carry on this business. I'm not in a position to pay attention towards my business. So definitely in this situation, this company, or this small business will get affected, right? So this is also, you can consider this as a lack of continuity as one of the demerit of your sole proprietorship. Right, so these were the 7 features which we have discussed right now. I hope so they are clear to you. Okay, let's move on with the merits portion. Merit portion means now we will discuss about the advantages. What are the advantages? Because if you are dealing with something, so that will definitely have some kind of merit too. ठीक है, कुछ ना कुछ उसका मेरिट जरूर होता है, एडवांटेज जरूर होता है. तो लेट्स चेक आउट व्हाट आर द एडवांटेजेस ऑफ सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप. So as you can see on your screen, the first one is quick decision. Yes, very good. Quick decision basically means, because as in this business only one person is managing everything, so in that case if he wants to take any important decision, so that decision he can take it very quickly, because he does not need to involve himself from taking permission from the other individual. Okay, okay. Moving towards the next one, that is direct incentives. Direct incentives means his efforts, the effort of a businessman is directly connected with the profit. ठीक है, यानी कि सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप में जो ओनर की एफर्ट्स है, एफर्ट्स मींस हार्डवर्क, जितना हार्डवर्क एक सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप अपने बिजनेस में कर लेगा उतना ही उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन आपके प्रॉफिट में इन्वॉल्व होगा. मीन जितनी मेहनत आप करोगे उतना प्रॉफिट आप गेन करोगे. अगर आप मेहनत कर ही नहीं रहे हो तो प्रॉफिट होगा नहीं. तो दैट इज एक्चुअली योर डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द हार्ड वर्क एंड द प्रॉफिट. ठीक है. Third one is easy to form and disclose. Very good part of this is it is easy to form. As we have discussed earlier also, there is no such legal formality for opening also and for closing also. Like suppose after 5 years I have discovered that it is becoming quite difficult for me to carry on with my business, with my bakery business. So in that case I can easily disclose the business, I can easily shut down the business. Okay? Next one is confidentiality. Confidentiality means here I can manage all my secrets. Okay? Whatever the secrets I'm having or I'm dealing with, I can manage it. Manage in the sense because here I'm only the single individual. जब मैं ही हूं तो ऑब्वियसली कोई और नहीं है, तो मेरी बातें शेयर नहीं होंगी, और जब मैं शेयर करूंगी नहीं तो ऑब्वियसली इट विल मेंटेन माय सीक्रेट्स, राइट. एंड द लास्ट वन इज सेंस ऑफ अकम्प्लिशमेंट. सेंस ऑफ अकम्प्लिशमेंट बेसिकली मीन्स, accomplishment means sense of belonging. Sense of belonging. Belonging का मतलब होता है like when you can connect yourself with the business. जब आप अपने आप को किसी चीज के साथ कनेक्ट कर सके. Like sense of accomplishment here basically I'm talking about, it is directly related with your hard work. Means until and unless the worker, or sorry not worker, until and unless the owner is having a sense of accomplishment, जब तक उसके अंदर ये फीलिंग नहीं आएगी कि that business is his only and ultimately he has to work, कोई और काम नहीं करेगा, he has to work until and unless he will put initiative, then only he can generate profit. ठीक है, तो that is actually sense of accomplishment. ठीक है, यानी कि business is his only, he is the only individual, he is the only owner of his business. So ultimately in that case he has to take the initiative for managing and for gaining the profit, right? So these were the merits or the advantages of your sole proprietorship. Okay, let's move on with the next part, that is, yes, अभी हमने एडवांटेज किया है, तो अब हमें क्या करना है, अब हमें करना है डीमेरिट्स, जिसका मतलब है we'll talk about disadvantages, right? So these are the 4 disadvantages. First one, it is limited resources. Yes, because here only one individual is there. One individual means one owner is there, and that one owner will definitely have a limited financial resources. Okay, limited financial resources. तो जब लिमिटेड फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज है तो ऑब्वियसली मैं अपने रिसोर्सेज को भी लिमिटेड तरीके से ही यूज करूंगी, राइट? नेक्स्ट वन इज लिमिटेड लाइफ ऑफ अ बिजनेस. यस, एज आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर आल्सो, कंटिन्यूटी, लैक ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी की जो हमने बात की थी, इट इज वन ऑफ द डीमेरिट. लाइक हियर द बिजनेस इज हैविंग अ लिमिटेड लाइफ बिकॉज द लाइफ ऑफ अ बिजनेस एक्चुअली डिपेंड्स अपॉन द लाइफ ऑफ अ ओनर. ठीक है, if the owner is okay, so business will run for the long time duration, and if owner is being affected by any of the circumstances, then in that case, obviously your business will also suffer, right? Next one is unlimited liability. Yes, this is also one of the demerit. Like suppose I have raised the amount, as I discussed earlier also, like suppose I have raised the amount of rupees 10 lakh, and in that case I'm not quite capable enough to pay it out. So in that case, I have to sell my personal assets too in order to pay this out. Okay, so this is one of the demerit. And the last one is limited managerial skills. Yes, because it is not compulsory that the one individual is perfect in all the field. ये हो नहीं सकता कि एक ही individual हर चीज में perfect हो. तो obviously if he is the owner, अगर owner है तो obviously some managerial skills will be strong and he must be lacking in some of the managerial skills. ठीक है, तो that is also one of the demerits because no person is actually completely perfect. So same applies to this business also. No one is perfect. So in order to take the technical help of managerial skills, he can appoint like managers. He can appoint managers, and for appointing managers, obviously he need to pay them out also. ठीक है? So basically these were the demerits which we have discussed right now. Okay, so students, with this I hope so your first chapter, I mean not first chapter, it is the completion. Here we are completing the part first. Okay, part first is completed here, and remember in this part first I have only completed the topic sole proprietorship. ठीक है, ये टॉपिक हमने कवर कर लिया. We have discussed complete sole proprietorship here. So students, thank you very much for watching this video and listening to me patiently. Thank you class.